Yo, what up guys, MrBigRuss here. Today we have a game between Satiini and Dreamcatcher TVP. I believe this is in a tournament called the Gigabyte. I'm not sure, I think it might have been a best of 3 series, but the idea I want to be getting from this game is I just want to be watching the Protos player, which is Dreamcatcher. I want to be sort of trying to explain to you guys and, well, for myself to sort of understand how a Protos, I believe this is a high profile game. I'm unsure what the rankings between the two players actually is, but I found on this website, it seemed quite interesting. It seemed like they're big players, so I personally haven't actually seen any of their replays or games casted before by anyone else, so doesn't mean they're bad at all. You know, a lot of players do go uncasted or under the radar, because unless you're sort of winning those big tournaments or have a big fan base, then you know you don't become that noticed, which so it's a big thing to try and get noticed, I guess, in the actual community itself. But if we bring up the production tab, obviously this can bring up for both players, but that doesn't matter. We just want to be trying to see how Dreamcatcher starts off this game. So he's gone for a pretty standard build, a 9 pylon, gone for his 12. I don't know if he's been placing his gateway down at 12. Looks like he's going to choose to go down at 13 instead, which is quite interesting to see. And he's going to be going for his sending out his probe scout now. So pretty standard. Generally, for me, I generally place my pylon, my gateway down at 12. But you know, I have seen a lot of people going for 13. I've tried it, but I'm quite happy with 12. Gone for his gas at 14, so pretty standard, to be honest. You know, unless he scouts anything weird, like any cheese or like barracks is just in odd places close to its base, proxy barracks, then I feel that he'd be sticking with quite a standard build. I'm not really sure what he's going to be going for during the actual game. It should be quite interesting to see. But it's a pretty quick game. It looks at things 10 minutes in StarCraft time. He's complaining about a bit of lag there. He's dropping his cybernetics score down at 18 by the looks of things. Sorry, I was a bit of a cold now. I don't really have a cold, but my throat seemed to clog up. So he's scouting. What's he scouting? Let's see how he reacts to this. He's obviously going to scout the barracks. And it looks like maybe, I'm not sure if he's going to see what's going down there. So you notice the orbital command, I don't think he's seen any gas there, so, or there must have been gas for a reactor or a tech lab to go down. Obviously I can't tell, or we could see, but that doesn't matter too much anyway. So he's going for a double gas here, so it's quite heavy gas, so maybe he's going to be looking for maybe a 3-gate expand, sort of quite sentry heavy, or he might be even trying to get some tech out quick, maybe a quick colossi or quick robots facility. It should be interesting to see how he tries and plays this. So he looks like he's got 2 sentries coming out of that gateway, so he may be just sticking with the 1 gate. He's trying to boost in the actual cybernetics core itself along with the gateway. And there's that SCV. I think the SCV is going to be chased out the base by old Charles the ZD or Zed or however you want to call it. Everyone's got different pronunciations, and especially mine are completely different to anyone else's. So we do have a nurse sentry on the way out as well. So that's all at 1 gateway. So it's quite interesting to see that he's going for the one, or it looks like he's going to be going for a 1-gate expansion by the looks of things. He's saving up his mineral there, or he is dropping down a robots facility, so he's going for a 1-gate robot here, which I haven't personally seen much myself. Obviously, like I said to you guys before, I do a lot of 4v4s myself, and started playing some 1v1s today again. I played 2 and I lost both of them, unfortunately. The first one I was ahead of the Zerg player. They were both Zergs, but it was a bad mistake by me, sort of bad timing, and it was quite close, but I threw it away. And then in the second one, I went for a Forge expand, and the Zerg player obviously didn't expand, and he just went for a sort of roach all in and then just owned me. It was my own fault. I should have scouted it, but I was trying it out, and like I say, just trying new things out, and that's sort of the idea of this, is sort of so you guys can see as well how the Protoss, or top Protoss players, or top players overall, you know, if you want me to cast a Terran or a Zerg like this, I'll be happy to. That's cool. It's nice to understand how everyone works anyway. And what we got coming out of this robotics, we got an observer coming out first, and he does have his gateway, gateway research down, so he's now got 2 gates, and he's going to be moving into that expansion now by the looks of things. Or is he just trying to scout out? And it seems pretty weird that he'd just be trying to scout out for any proxy there with that pro, whilst he's got a couple of Zediots on the field. So I'm not sure what he's looking for there. I think he's just looking for any proxy, and he is going to be dropping down that Nexus now. And he does have an Immortal on the way, and obviously in the new patch their reach is going to be reached from 5 to 6, but this is still in the old patch time, so it's pretty it's going to be just the plain old immortal. So we do have 3 sentries on the field, 4 sentries on the field, and 1 zealot and 1 immortal. So quite a medium-sized army for the 2-gate robo and the fast, or going for the sort of a fast expand. Generally, the way I play it, if for something like this, I'd generally go for the 3-gate expansion, then get the robo around, so I'd have that back on the 8-minute mark. So he's gone for a sort of quite an early robo. We can see, obviously, our Protos player won't know this. He has catched a push though. This was quite a nice catch, and you can see there at the bottom on the mini map, he is going to be pulling his army back now. There's a couple of tanks there, and I think there's a Banshee. You see there's a Banshee in the production, so he is going to see this and deciding to cancel the expansion. It's quite a bold move. Obviously he's realised that he doesn't have the unit production to sort of hold this off, and he's going to be pumping Immortal out. And it's going to be interesting to see how he holds this off. This Banshee doesn't look to have cloak at the moment, so those sentries and stalkers will be able to pick it off quite easily if it stays, or it's pulled back now. And we do have a Immortal queued up to be coming out, so I feel Dreamcatcher feels he's in a bit of a bad situation at the moment. Obviously having to cancel that expansion, it's not something you want to do. You know, you lose quite a bit on, I think it's about 50 minerals possibly you lose from doing that, so it's something you don't want to be doing. And again, good his probe catching out there. I'm not sure whereabouts his observer is. I think it may well be stuck somewhere in the middle of the map, because it doesn't seem to be floating around there. Nice force fields there. That's going to be containing those marines there, keeping them away as long as possible. But those tanks there on the high ground are going to cause some damage. He doesn't really want to be sitting there for too long, otherwise those tanks are going to cause a lot of damage to him. Warping a couple more stalkers there, but I feel that he sat there a bit too long for the sake of it. And well, we got a couple more. He's nice splitting his units up there to try and, obviously when tanks come down, that's going to reduce the amount of splash in there. And he looks to contain the actual Terran army here now, and very well held off by Dreamcatcher, cancelling that expansion to then nice force field placement. And I think that's certainly what helped him here. Obviously only living off, I think he had 3 gates in the end, but these immortals, so powerful, and especially like I say when this range increase is going to come out, it's such a nice bold move. And obviously this Banshee thing's being experimented by a lot of Terran players from what I'm hearing. It's going to be quite a nice strong build, but Dreamcatcher very well played then, holding off this game easy enough. I'm not sure when we can cast any others, may do, see how it goes, but I just want to sort of look on how the Protos player actually worked for himself, how they moved. So, you know, very well played by him. Luckily to scout out from that early observer, so you can see the benefit from getting that early robo, and able to cancel expansion and get a couple of mortals out, and they do such heavy damage, or not heavy or they do heavy damage, but also with the shields they cut down that splash damage a lot, meaning they're very effective against tanks, and even 4s. I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I know a Immortal will come very close to a one-on-one with a 4. So, you know, good stuff. They are pretty beasty. So, this is MrBigRuss, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope if you want to see more sort of games looking from one side of the player, or if you'd rather me just stick to sort of the overall game, watching how everything goes, then please leave your comments below, and more content shall be on its way. Peace.